What is up? This is part 2 of making the jet engine on their CAD. Today we're going to focus on the shaft. I have the dimensions here on the paper. I forgot my iPad at home, so we're going to be using those dimensions. Obviously, this is a part 2 video, so anything we're explaining about the propeller or anything like that is going to be on part 1. I'm going to have a playlist of the videos so you can go back and watch them. Basically, this is what we're going to be making. Obviously we haven't made the housing yet, but we'll have the propeller, the housing, and also I'll make an assembly video explaining each part. So yeah, let's load into SolidWorks and let's start a new one. Make sure you have your units correct. We're going to be using millimeters. So yeah, we're going to start with the front plane, and we are going to sketch this plane here. Like I said, I have the dimensions on my paper, so that's what I'm going to be looking at. Let me set the camera right. Alright, I think we should be good now. Cool beans. So we're going to be making this weird shape here. We're going to use the revolve tool to make the cylinder block. Obviously, we're not going to get deep into the electronics. We're just going to CAD model it, and maybe in the future we'll go back to this video and be like, okay, now we can work on the inside parts. So shape looks like boom. One thing we got to worry about is the inside dimensions. We don't really have to care because, like I said, we're not going to add anything to it. The most important part is how long the piece will be, in the length, obviously. But other than that, it should be alright. We're going to do, this is 100. And also, okay, perfect. What you want to do is make sure you have your side parts. You can hold shift to make them equal. So they're both 2. This is 100. Oh, and also I forgot to mention the distance between these two should be 30. Yeah, that seems about correct. We can unclick the smart dimension. Alright, perfect. So we got 100, 20. Alright, perfect. Now we can exit sketch, features. We're going to revolve, like I said, using this line. We're going to have this weird kind of shape. 360 degrees, boom. Now the key is to create another plane on top of that, because I'll show you why. So click top plane, normal view, reference geometry, and make another plane. The plane distance should be 100 millimeters. Yeah, cool. Now we're going to go back to the top plane, and we're going to sketch. Sketch, why are you saying sketch? Sketch. Okay, so use a center line. I think we have not covered that yet, but this is will help us later on when we're trying to mirror whatever the drawing we're going to make. Okay, so make sure the center point of this and this are horizontally equal. That's key, because when you mirror, you don't want them to be off center or like in two different places. So now we're going to go back to the tool we used yesterday on part 1, and we're going to make a saddle, like an eye shape kind of. And we're going to use, boom. We're going to mirror this to the center point we created. So you got this, again, side eye shape, saddle, whatever you want to call it. And then make sure these two are vertically aligned, and the dimension between these 2 points should be 2. Perfect. And then now we're going to make another drawing on plane 1. Remember, we have 2 different planes, connect. That's what we've been doing for the past, I think, 2 videos, and then, yeah, making planes, connecting them. We can exit sketch, plane 1. Now we're drawing on the very top layer, so we can just normal to it again, and then make a drawing here. We're going to be using the same tool. Just make sure you're using the same. You're using the center point to make your shape. Should look like something like this. That's perfect. We don't really know the dimensions. Speaking like the length from here to here. What we can do is you can exit. Actually, you can make the dimensions just off the top of your head. That's what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm just gonna make this. Should we make it 20? Okay, 20 is a lot, so let's go with 15. Even 15 is a lot. Let's go with 12. 12 seems proper. Make sure you can mess around with the shape, obviously, like this. If you want it to be something like this. So we got the dimensions 12 here. What you can do, you can still go back and edit whatever plane you're making. So we can go back to sketch, edit here, and get some more dimension this as well. 20 is a lot, should not be 20. We did the other one 12. We don't want it to be small, honestly. I'm down to keep it a little bigger than the last one, because you want it to be wide on the inside and then narrow as it goes up top. And also we'll be curving to right or left, whichever the wind will spin this turbine. We'll get to that as well. We got that fixed. Exit. So now you have your two planes with the drawing. You can just hide the plane, and we're gonna use a 3D sketch. So, and then we'll be connecting using this tool here. Connect the X and Y's like so. Oop, that is not okay. Perfect. All right, cool. Now we got these selected. Now we just kind of mess around with the degree, so it can spin properly. Obviously, we're not going to 3D print this and then test it out. So this is just like I said, it's. Oh, actually, hold on. I think we. I wonder if I can. Yeah, no. Okay. Let's go back to sketch 2. Let's actually like draw. Okay, can we draw? Hold on, let's exit. Okay, perfect. Key here is low key. You want this point to be as close to the center. So maybe we can. I wish we can move out the center point. But ideally, you would want it to be as close to the wall. But here, I guess we can't have the center point. Can I just? I don't want to save. Ay. Oh, this is annoying. Okay, perfect. We can bring this up close, but not to the center point or towards the end. Ideally, you'd want it to be like somewhere near here. Maybe that will, kick the dimension out the window, but it's fine. Exit. Now we can go back to what we were doing. We were just lofting this. Sketch. Okay. You want the outsides to be a little wide. Actually, a little wide on the right angle. You don't have to have a specific degree or an angle to, keep this in place. But ideally, you would want it to have some sort of angle difference. Okay, maybe that's way too wide. We can have it more inwards. This is a tool we used yesterday, so I felt like I didn't need to over-explain myself. I think that looks about good. We can make sure you click OK. And now we're going to go to Feature, and we're going to loft this. Select your profile. We're going to select the top of this and to the side. Make sure you're not selecting the center point. You see these two? I know it's kind of hidden, and it's like there, I guess. Again, we're going to be using the guided curve to make sure these lines are aligned. You can do that by selecting, right-clicking, and then you can open a loop. Select this, correct, boom, and then do the same thing on the other side. Let's see, yep. Yes. Oh, wait, that's not the line. This is the line. Boom. All right, perfect. This is looking good. You can click check. I don't know where that plane 2 came from. Plane 2. I mean, plane 2 is really just the top layer. It's fine. We can hide this. No need. Now, let's change the appearance. Actually, we can do that towards the end. We're going to be using the circular pattern to replicate these on the axis of that. So what you need to do is just select your face, and then the direction. Make sure this is equally spaced, and then select this line. We're going to make 25 instead of 30, because 30 is a lot. Let's go with 25. Boom. Now you got your... This is good. What's left is appearance. So let's select all the points. We're going to make it made out of metal. We're going to just make it another chrome, honestly. Didn't select the parts. Part 2. Perfect. We can make the circular pattern darker so you can see the difference. Actually, we can just use one of these colors right here. Boom. Okay, that's way too dark. You want it to be visible enough to see the difference, I mean, that works. I'll see you guys on part 3. This is what it looks like. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon, very soon. We're going to be making we're going to make the housing and an assembly video, so it's going to be 2 more. Thanks for watching, I guess. So, see you next time. Deuces.